So we saw there are 4 possibilities. For the first one, we tried computing the heuristic function. We got some 18 units as the answer. For the second option, J1 goes to W2. So job 1, worker 2, 6 units fixed. Now in this 3 cross 3 matrix, again you look for the global minimum. It is 1, job 3, worker 3. Delete that row and that column. The next minimum is 2, job 2, worker 1. Delete that row, that column. Next job 4, worker 4, 4 units. So if you give J1 to W2, J3 W3, J2 W1, J4 W4, then your cost becomes 6, 2, 1, 4, 13. Similarly, if you do for the third option, which is job 1, worker 3, you get a cost of 14, and job 1, worker 4, you get a cost of 13. So at the first step, for job 1, we had 4 options. We computed the heuristic value for each of them. We got 18, 13, 14 and 13 respectively. So in a branch and bound, like I told you, you define the heuristic, you set up the state space tree, part of it at least. You use the heuristic function to calculate the heuristic for every option, and then you prune the inferior options and you explore the best option. So if you look, this is a minimization problem. So you want to take the minimum of all these, which is a 13, which we have at 2 places. 14 and 18 are obviously inferior, so we will remove them. So what do these mean? If I take this path, the minimum cost I have itself will be 14. Whereas if I take this path or this path, the minimum will be 13. And because I want to minimize, I want a better minimum. So I will either give job 1 to worker 2 or worker 4, definitely not to workers 1 or 3. So these two you can rule out immediately. Now from these two, worker 2 and worker 4, because they have the same heuristic value, you are free to choose either. There is no hard and fast rule to specify which one you want to choose. So let me choose to assign job 1 to worker 2. This choice is totally arbitrary. You can choose the other option also. So for the purposes of this example, I am choosing job 1, worker 2, which I am fixing. So going back to our matrix here, job 1, worker 2 costs 6 units. So that cost of 6 is fixed. So now I am sure about what I am doing with job 1. The only question I have is jobs 2, 3 and 4. So we'll go with job 2. We are exploring this node from the state space tree alone. Job 2, you have workers 1, 3 and 4. I have omitted the one worker who has already got a job. So we have 3 options. Again, now this is a new part of the state space tree. Again, you need to compute the heuristic value for each of these.